Hey, this is U.S. Olympic gold medalist Tara Davis Woodhull.
And I'm U.S. Paralympic gold medalist Hunter Woodhull.
As athletes, our lives are about having a clear path.
And a team that you can absolutely trust.
So when it came to getting the best mortgage,
we chose PennyMac.
PennyMac is proud to be the official mortgage provider of Team USA and you.
Learn more at pennymac.com. PennyMac Loan Services, LLC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS ID 35953. Licensed by the Department of Financial Protection and Innovation under the California Residential Mortgage Lending Act. Conditions and restrictions may apply.
Comcast Business helps retailers become seamlessly restocking, frictionless paying favorite shopping destinations.
Thank you for shopping.
It's how nationwide restaurants become touchscreen ordering, quick-serving eateries. And how hospitals become the patient scanning, data managing healthcare facilities that we all depend on. With leading networking and connectivity, advanced cybersecurity, and expert partnership, Comcast Business is powering the engine of modern business, powering possibilities. Restrictions apply.
On eBay, every find has a story. Like if you're looking for a vintage band tee. Not just a tee, the band tee. You wore it everywhere. Until your BFF stole it. Now you're on eBay. And there it is. Same tee, from the same tour. The things you love have a way of finding their way back to you. Especially on eBay. Where else can you find that mint trading card you searched everywhere for? Or your first car. The one you wished you never sold. It has to be eBay. Shop eBay for millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Every small business owner has that one moment that could have broken them. But remarkably, it didn't. Hi, I'm Ben Walter, CEO of Chase for Business. And on Season 3 of The Unshakables, my co-host Kathleen Griffith and I are bringing you more incredible stories of overcoming the impossible. Listen to The Unshakables wherever you get your podcasts and learn more at chase.com/podcast. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC, copyright 2026, JP Morgan Chase & Company.
Reminiscence a mission this day and age. Kellie and Thelma, and we're turning the page. We're talking family matters, it's about those times. Telling what happened, read between the lines. Come on by with Kellie and me. Welcome to the family. Take us out, Kellie.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome to the family, y'all.
That's right.
I'm Thelma.
And I'm Kellie.
And in the 90s, we both starred in a little sitcom called Family Matters.
Yeah, just that little thing. And for today, we rewatched episode 5 of season 1 called Straight A's.
Yep, we sure did. But girl, first, what up with you? What happened this week?
Okay, so, I'm always asking you. My daughter is now a teenager. Mm-hmm. And so when do you become cool again as a mom? Because she gets in my car and doesn't want to talk to me. I'm like an Uber driver and she doesn't want to talk to me. So, I'm giving her 1 star at this point.
Yeah, you got a few years of that. You're no longer interesting.
Oh.
You're no longer interesting and she can get most of the stuff that she needs.
You think you would be interested to somebody who you feed?
Well, you know.
Clothes.
Well, you only feed her sometimes because the other times you have to service your husband. So she's only being fed part-time. That's probably why she's mad.
So what's going on with you?
Well, girl, I had an interesting encounter. I was in Atlanta, and some friends and I decided, since we had the day off, that we would mosey on down to Whole Foods.
You mean whole paycheck?
Yeah, whole paycheck.
Okay.
Totally prepared to spend it. Uh-huh. And as we were wandering through, I went past this deli case, the food case. Uh-huh. And there was a young gentleman there who just freaked out. And he was just like, oh, my God, I can't believe it's you. And I mean, you're really here. You're really here. His name was Howard.
Okay.
And he is a fan of the show. And he had a beautiful story of how we helped him in his growing up. He had a tough time growing up. So we're going to get a chance to talk to Howard. He's going to tell us why we are so important to him. He was just so excited. I took pictures with him.
That is so awesome.
And I went back the second day. He was there again. He was just so excited. So
okay.
I was not smart enough to actually think
and ask for his number so that we could actually use him. So thank goodness for our crack research team.
All right.
Who found the Whole Foods and found him. I give him the wrong name and everything. So thank goodness for them. But yeah, we'll be talking to him later. And I just was so touched by that because I get that quite often that, kids that were having a hard time, maybe family problems or whatever, we were their safe place on Friday. TGIF, so I thought that was sweet.
I love that.
Enough about that.
Yes.
Let's talk about this episode.
Let's get into it.
All right.
Now, today we're talking about straight A's. And this episode was written by Jeff Gordon and Gordon Lewis and was directed again by John Boab.
The director we made cry on Bosom Buddies. I just like to throw that in every now and then.
Every time. Every time.
Well, in this one, Eddie surprises everyone, especially himself, by getting straight A's on his report card. That is a miracle in itself.
You know it. And this episode aired on October 20th, 1989. So what else was happening on this day in history?
Well, the number one album on the Billboard Top 200 chart was, get this, Girl, You Know It's True.
Oh, Lord.
Ooh, ooh, I love you, with Milli Vanilli.
Okay.
The number one album on the Billboard R&B album chart was Tender Lover by Babyface.
I love that album.
That was a good album.
Yeah.
And also that week, a very notable event for Californians was the Loma Prieta earthquake. It devastated the Bay Area. It was huge. So that was a lot going on in one day.
Yeah.
A lot going on in one day.
And actually, on the day after the episode aired on October 21st, Bertram Lee and Peter Bino made Black history by becoming the first African Americans to purchase the controlling interest in an NBA team when they purchased the Denver Nuggets.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
That would have been important to Eddie. We're always talking as a family about poor Eddie, slow Eddie.
Yeah.
Can't get it together, Eddie, but
Never
love
can.
him some women, Eddie.
The below average student.
Right. Well, you love to throw that in, don't you?
Correct. Because Laura was fabulous and always a straight A student.
And so modest as well. Let's throw the modesty in there as well.
Listen, baby.
Now, you were pretty know-it-all on this show. This show. All the shows. Let's just put you in that pile.
Right.
So did you like playing it as a younger sister? Now, you have younger siblings.
I played her like an older sibling because in the program, to me, usually the birth order matters. And usually the oldest kid is the manifestation of the hopes and dreams of the parents. So because she was so smart and so much of a know-it-all, I still played her like an older sibling.
Now, I know the relationship you had as siblings on the show. What was your relationship like with Darius in real life? Well, you're not that far apart.
No.
In age.
Darius, Jalil, and me are all born in the same year.
Wow, that's crazy. I always think of Darius as 2 or 3 years older for some reason.
That's because he always looked older.
Because he always acting older than he is.
But I'm actually older than both of the boys. Well, I'm born in March. Darius was in May and Jalil in November.
That's right, because you and my son are 4 days apart? 2 days? I think 4 days.
No, it's 1 day.
You're 24th?
No, I'm the 22nd.
Oh, so 2 days apart. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I just wondered about that because I know, we had a great working relationship on the stage, but I didn't know how you all grew together away from that. Because you were in school and all that stuff,
When they're on here, I'm sure you'll see, we grew up pretty much like siblings. So, there was pranks, there was rivalry, there was tussling, everything. Like a real sibling.
Interesting. So, back to the episode because we don't want to forget we're talking about Eddie.
Correct.
Carl is really worried about Eddie. He wants him to get into a good college, which he won't be able to do if he can't get his grades up.
Correct.
So grade day is a big deal in the Winslow household.
Right.
Carl holds a report card ritual.
Exactly.
And Harriet has to be the report card lady to music.
Which she hates. Right.
Yep.
Vanna Black.
And Carl, per ritual, gives each kid $5 for each A they get.
Do you know how much it's up to now? Kids are really expecting $20, real money. Can you imagine?
No, I cannot.
Kids, I don't get my
I ain't
kids
paying nobody to get good grades.
That part. Do you want to eat?
Hello, somebody. You want a place to stay? You want to get back in the door after you take your key and get out?
Baby, listen.
Yep.
But yes.
Got to do it. No, that's expected. But what nobody expects is that Eddie gets straight A's and Laura
gets a B+.
Gets a B+
for the first time in her
which
life.
sends her into
a tizzy.
Into a tizzy, depression. She's Debbie Downer on steroids. You just become a hot mess. You can't take it.
I think it's also because Eddie has found a newfound confidence in himself now that he has these good grades.
That's true. And, it's funny because he doesn't question the fact that he got straight A's at all, which is ridiculous.
It's so funny. Nobody on the whole show.
I know. It's like,
it's surprised. Thinks like, this child.
Okay. Except you.
Right.
Eddie?
Eddie Winslow?
Eddie Winslow? Girl, your face.
I borrowed some of the looks from Jo Marie on that one.
You certainly did on that one. But it's such a sweet thing in a way because, like I said, for Eddie to even think that could be a possibility is so funny. But he truly does fall into it. He believes it, and you can see it make a difference in how he views himself, which I think it's really sweet in a way,
Isn't that so funny though? Like how something like that can make you change your whole perspective on life. Even if it's not true.
Yeah, even if it's not true, because you feel it. You feel like it's true. And what I love about the whole episode and the way it moves is that because Eddie believes it, and he's so proud that he's made his dad so proud, it really becomes almost like I want him to have the grades just so he doesn't have to suffer. I really want that for him. And, Carl always means well, but he just doesn't know how to do anything halfway.
Right.
He just...
But, and you were always like a great mom where you understood everything. But like Carl, it's like putting all this pressure on him suddenly. And it's so funny how your first kid is like really all the hopes and dreams of the parent. And so Carl starts to get all these people to come over, like a Harvard recruiter to talk to Eddie. And then he pressures them and then gives them all of this
swag. He's getting swag
and everything.
He's getting computers. He's getting stuff.
Right.
And how are we affording all this stuff? It just amazes me how Carl can find money whenever he needs to, when he's got to throw something down. Because he comes in with stuff that costs so much for those people at that time.
You want to something, tell me. Maybe that's the B story Carl was on the tape. Child.
Girl,
that's
don't start none, won't be
day.
none, okay? We know Carl doesn't know,
Look at you, Jessica Fletcher.
Carl does not know how to half do.
Well, in 1989, a satin Chicago Bears team jacket would cost between $90 and $120.
Say what now?
$90 and $120.
I see.
Where he coming up with all this money? That's
I don't know. It like you said, maybe he on the take.
Right. And an IBM entry-level PC would cost around $1,500. Good Lord.
He must have sold one of the rooms upstairs.
Baby, listen, all of that.
Yeah, we have obviously turned our finances around in, 5 shows, 6 shows? We are on the up.
that
we are
part.
Moving on up.
But it also talks about how Black families, they come up with what they need to come up with. And everything's on the line. Baby, they come up with the money to help you get where you need to go. They giving out $1,500 computers, which is probably double their mortgage. They come up with satin starter jackets.
When the rubber meets the road, they make it work.
Yeah.
They make it work.
I love that. I love that about my own story. My mother was a secretary and my father worked at the post office, but I got to LA to the auditions. I got to New York. They made it happen.
My grandmother didn't want me to do anything, but she allowed it anyway. And once, my career really did get going, she took all the credit for it. So I might as well not done anything. Took all the credit. Like it was her idea the whole time. She just forced me to go to school until, I got enough education where I could do something else. Bertha was something else.
Anyway,
Carl always goes to the extreme, but he has a great heart. You know, his modus operandi is because he wants this for his son because he didn't have it. His father never got a chance to go to college. He didn't get a chance to go to college. He knows you're going. Eddie going is an event.
Right.
And I think, like you said, that firstborn, he never saw that for Eddie, but to all of a sudden have that available and something that can happen, I think it just pushes Carl over the edge where he lives, basically.
But that all comes to horrible crash when Eddie's friend Rodney comes over, played by Randy Johnson.
Yes. Who is the first, don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, white person we've seen on our show.
What? There's no white people in Chicago.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Okay, you're right.
So, he just was passing.
Yeah, he's one of those kids that gets on everybody's nerves. He's always doing something. He's already left a hand in my hand. He's got silly string. Harriet has already threatened him about fake vomit in her kitchen, so we know what kind of kid he is. Now, do you have any kids in your life, or in your children's life, I should say, that you don't like, that you can say out loud? Don't mention any names. Don't mention any names. Don't describe them. Just, in general.
Well, yeah. But I'm very, again, this is when you're an old mom, you control everything. Well, not everything, obviously, because they still do stuff. But, like, I'm real ticky about who I let my kids hang around.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we've always been like that. So that's nothing new.
But I think even more so, like when you start, it's like you're scared everything is going to hurt them. So, and you like, oh no, this kid is terrible. Child, speaking of, honey, at this school, these kids are terrible.
What do you mean? What's happening?
Well, during COVID, we all listened in on the internet school.
Right.
And the kids are terrible. So, yeah, I don't let my kids hang out with that many people. They have a few select people that I think are appropriate, but other than that, no. What about you?
Well, see, my son grew up in a little different time, and I was a young mom, and we kind of grew up together. So our house was the hang. I mean, from the time that I was doing Tony Orlando, we had the snacks, we had the toys, we had the video games, we had a housekeeper who knew how to cook black food. It was just the best place to be in the world. And so, I just got used to having a house full. I'd come home and strange people would be in the house. Okay. I always said my grandmother tried to raise everybody who walked through her front door, and I would never be like her.
And that's exactly, that's how I was one of your strays. I came over there all the time.
Absolutely.
Eating up all your good snacks.
And still do. People still do it. Still do it. My son still acts like this is his house. He has parties over here, and don't tell him I said so, but his friends like me better than they do him. He just don't know it.
Oh, I'm telling.
You better not. You're such a mouth.
Okay, so anyway, Randy comes over and reveals that he made a fake report card for all the buddies and mailed them to their houses instead of the real ones.
And Eddie doesn't even get that at first. He's like, huh? So wait a minute. I didn't get straight A's again. And Rodney, being the dear friend that he is, he said, no, not unless you had a brain transplant. Eddie just gets dogged out by everybody, even his friends. But yeah, I thought that was a nice turn because Eddie was more concerned about how disappointed Carl was going to be even than how he was feeling.
Yeah. Do you remember the scene that you did with him on the porch?
Yeah, the safe place. And that's another thing that I love, that it's obvious that as crazy as this family is, because everybody's a little nutty, but there's a great amount of trust and love. And the fact that you kids know that you can come to me, you can come to Mother Winslow. There's just a really beautiful amount of trust, I think, in this family. And I love the fact that they show the relationships, because I didn't get to play with Darius that much as I did, say, with you or the baby or, the grown-ups. But we also see, and you can speak to this, the difference between how Harriet hears the news and how Carl hears the news.
Like, your kids are really your opportunity at a different life. How Carl's decision to make this all about him, even though it was Eddie's grades. I thought that was so interesting because I was like, you really do. You just
we live vicariously through our kids. I mean, there are things that may have wanted to do that we'll never get the opportunity to do. So you do, and it's not always a good thing, but we do tend to want to relive that victory through our children, you know.
Yeah.
So back into the story now. Got any Darius stories you can tell? Any
Not that I can tell on here.
Yeah, I was thinking that myself. I do have a couple, but he might not come on the show if we tell everything.
Exactly.
But you know what I do want to mention?
What?
You know, Darius plays an idiot on the show. He's a sweetheart, but he's an idiot. And it really takes a lot of talent to be able to play a character like that. And I think...
Well, you got to be really smart to be dumb.
And really smart and really talented. And I think, you know, I just wanted to bring up the fact that both of you were in theater. He was doing Mississippi Burning in 1988. Oh, yeah. He did Big Shots in 1987 where he was scamming. I mean, he was the lead, you know, and he was a little old wide-head boy. But he did a good job. He did it. Yeah. You know, so for him to be able to come on and play this character so convincingly just really speaks to how good an actor he is, because it's hard to be stupid all the time.
But I think I also want to talk again about the adults on the show were so supportive in real life and in scenes with us. It really made it good to be an actor. You guys gave us so much to work with.
But it was so easy, Kellie, because again, you know, they say if it's not on the page, it's not on the stage. But really, when those characters connect, like our characters connected on Family Matters, it doesn't even have to be on the page. You know, a lot of it just comes through the relationships that we have as characters and as people. I think it really was what made the show so solid. It wasn't that every line was so funny or we were so good in every scene, but there was something that people could depend on. There was a unit. They were going to see a family that cared about each other, that didn't get along all the time, that made lots of mistakes, but in the long run, always came back to the fact that we're a family and we're always going to be there for each other.
I love that.
You can't give what you don't have. I think we all were able to be so supportive because somebody supported us, like Rosetta, for instance.
Yeah.
Somebody opened that door for me. She opened the doors for a lot of me's.
A lot of folks. And I love that because what you're talking about, the support was what led Eddie's character to admit to his parents that Randy had sent them a fake report card.
And what I love is that right away, instead of seeing the negative, Harriet sees the positive in it. She talks about this is your best report card. She again uplifts him.
Sure. Child, we love some Black women on this show.
Oh, yes. Whereas with Carl, he usually has to get smacked in the face before he gets the fact that he maybe made the wrong decision or said the wrong thing. And I love that. I love that balance with them. But it kind of broke my heart, and you can tell the audience reacted too when Eddie said, yeah, I guess I'm just stupid. And went upstairs. It was a real moment for me. Even though we know Eddie doesn't have the wherewithal to get those grades, it's still, that really touched me because he really didn't get a chance to enjoy his smarts because right away there was that pressure from his father. But to me, that was a very real moment and it really touched me.
Right. But their relationship, Carl and Eddie's relationship was still good because it provoked Carl to go to Eddie and talk to him.
And let's just mention this. Another problem, another bedroom. Okay, we got another room upstairs. Now Eddie's in the attic.
That's right.
I have my suite. They got a room. The baby got a room. Y'all got a room.
Got a room.
I just don't know how many rooms there are, but I was so tickled when the knock on the door. I said, which room is it today?
Right. Baby, this house got more floors than the Pentagon.
And obviously more people too.
Right. Straight underground. They had a subway in there and everything.
But yeah, I love the moments that we have when any of the characters get a real moment together and for Carl to admit that he was wrong in the way he handled it and then to encourage him and to let him know that even though those weren't his real grades, he believes in him and he believes that he can do anything that he puts his mind to. And he can, which will be to find a woman on campus. But, you know, that's another whole story.
Right. And again, it was because he never got those opportunities. He never got to go to college. He never had that kind of approval from his father. So he wanted that through his son.
Yeah. And I like that it points out the importance of, with our children, we really do need to celebrate the small things. The small things are sometimes more pivotal than the big things. And I just like that we have that moment. And we get, again, to see that while Carl is hard on Eddie, it's only because he loves him and he wants the best for him. And he wants better for him than he had, you know.
Yeah, I think that, again, highlights such an important thing in Black culture is that everything that we have or ever hope to have is bought and paid for in sacrifice and blood.
That is the truth.
Everything that we've ever gotten is because somebody wanted better for us than they had themselves, which is what I love.
And went out of their way to make sure we got it, you know.
Right. And it was a great father and son relationship, which I love.
Yeah.
Because you don't get to see that.
Well,
I mean,
you
saw
had
it
that, Kellie. You had, well, not father, because you're not a boy, but.
Right.
But
actually, the firstborn, I am my father's son. Really?
Really?
I say that to my father laughs all the time.
Well, you wear a good dress, girl.
When I told my father I was getting married, he goes, you know, you're a lot like me, and that ain't always good. I said, what does that mean? A lot.
We had fun, though, man.
Yeah.
We had fun at that wedding.
Yes.
How do you and Hannibal parent? Are you usually on the same page when it comes to parenting, or is one the good cop, one the bad cop, or how does that work in your house?
You know Hannibal's the good cop, Santa Claus. Hannibal, he leaves me to do all the dirty work, and I don't mind. I don't mind at all. Just like my mother didn't mind.
I think you don't mind a little more than your mother. You really don't mind. We go in here and terrorize some children.
I don't, because you don't want your kid to go out there and have a false sense of life. Right. The snowplow parenting is what's ruining children now.
Yeah, because nobody's going to treat them the way you're treating them. You're sending them out there to get their feelings really hurt. You know, when you're not doing that policing at home with your kids. But I was curious about that. You know, Gerald was in Michigan, and I was fortunate in that when he was growing up, he did have men in his life that were influential and people that I trusted. My Uncle Buddy. Didn't everybody have an Uncle Buddy? My Uncle Buddy, my stepdad, Owens, a friend of ours, Jimmy, who is still in his life, his uncle, Rodney, who, like my Uncle Buddy, was everybody's daddy. We called him every time. Anytime a kid got out of hand, we would call Rodney. So he had people in his life that I trusted to lead him in the right way. Because, I mean, I can be a great mom and I can fill a lot of gaps, but
it takes a man to show a man how to be a man.
I can't be a man. And there are certain things that need to come from a man, but it has to be someone that you trust.
Absolutely. That's also something I like about the show, too, is that everybody in the house had the same values. I mean, the kids got the message, whether it was from the parents, whether from Aunt Rachel, whether it's from grandma, top to bottom, the message gets sent.
Yeah, that's true. And that's important. You know, unification in a family is very important because, you know, kids will use you. They'll run to this one and try that. That didn't work. Well, let me go over here and
baby.
Kind of say what she said, but not exactly. See if I can get away with that. You know, they'll work you. They will work you.
Yeah, we try to have one voice. And my mother lives with us too, so everybody, we get together to strategize.
Try to stay on the same page.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's great.
That's what we're doing.
That's great. I want to ask you, Kellie, now your kids are in school. What are your expectations for your kids? I mean, how do you manage that?
Well, my kids are pretty good at monitoring themselves, so I definitely don't try to put any more pressure than they put on themselves because they can get a little crazy with the expectations that they have.
Absolutely.
Personally. So, no, I don't put any more pressure on them because they can beat up on themselves sometimes. And I don't want that at all.
Exactly. Exactly. Now, I had with Gerald, of course, I mean, there were expectations, but because I knew his capabilities. So I couldn't wander in with a CD and something. I'm like, excuse you. But at the same time, there was not, you got to come home with straight A's. Right. You know, I expected him to come home with the kinds of grades that I knew he could get. He was very smart, got very bored in school sometimes and talked too much, but was smart, just not always focused. But when it came down to it, like when he got ready for college, he was so dedicated to taking classes and extra classes and everything so that he could get into the college that he wanted to get into, which was UCLA, which, you know, you could only get in there with your grades. And he determined that that's where he was going, and he did it. And I didn't have to do anything except support him. But yeah, there were expectations, but I tried not to put that kind of pressure on him.
And I think that my kids have gotten really good at, I don't want to give them information for information's sake. I want them to learn how to think, which is what they're gathering. So I think I'm trusting the process. So it's not really about a grade specifically. It's more about, are you learning how to learn for me?
That's good.
And they're doing
I
it
like
well.
that, Kellie. I have to remember that. Probably forgot it already. What did you say?
That part.
But I like that. I like that a lot.
So the next episode
It's similar.
with Carl and his pressuring Eddie about something.
Now he's got to be a basketball star. Poor Eddie. He just goes from one sweatshop to another. But we'll get into that on our next podcast.
Correct.
We also have a very special guest who can tell us a lot about Carl and Eddie's father-son bond. Who would that be, Kellie Williams?
Oh, the fabulous, the illustrious, the talented Reginald Vell Johnson, a.k.a. Carl Winslow.
Yes. He will be with us, and that's going to be so much fun.
But look, I guess things didn't work out with you and old Alan since Rachel seemed very interested in the Harvard recruiter.
What's your point?
Baby, you can't keep a man.
I'm a floozy. What else?
Comcast Business helps retailers become seamlessly restocking, frictionless paying favorite shopping destinations.
Thank you for shopping.
It's how nationwide restaurants become touchscreen ordering, quick serving eateries. And how hospitals become the patient scanning, data managing healthcare facilities that we all depend on. With leading networking and connectivity, advanced cybersecurity, and expert partnership, Comcast Business is powering the engine of modern business, powering possibilities. Restrictions apply.
Hey, it's Carissa Thompson. Everything these days is fighting for your attention. Work, family, social media, and it makes it tough to figure out what should really come first. But here's something that absolutely deserves to be at the top of your list: your breast health. Breast cancer is the second most common cancer and the second leading cause of cancer death among women in the United States, and the rates are still rising. More women under 50 are being diagnosed too. But here's a stat that really hits home. 1 in 2 women who qualify for annual breast screenings aren't getting them. That's half. And yet, when breast cancer is caught early, the survival rate is over 99%, nearly 100% for stage 1 before it spreads. If you're 40 or older, you should be getting screened every year. And if you're under 40, it is never too early to understand your risk. So come on now, pay the girls some attention. Head to yourattentionplease.com to learn your breast cancer risk and what screenings you might need. Trust me, your future self will thank you. Brought to you by Novartis.
On eBay, every find has a story. Like if you're looking for a vintage band tee. Not just a tee, the band tee. From the last show your favorite band ever played. You wore it everywhere. Then, your BFF started wearing it. Which is cute, until they unfriended you and took it with them. Which was not so cute. Anyway, now you're on eBay. And there it is. Same tee from the same tour. Still living in your memory, rent-free forever. See? The things you love have a way of finding their way back to you. But eBay isn't just for getting whatever your ex-BFF stole back. It's also for that rare championship foul ball you caught, then heroically gave to the kid next to you. And where else are you going to find your first car? The one you wish you never sold, but now you finally get the chance to take back home. For good this time. Shop eBay for millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
You already take magnesium. Smart move. But here's the thing. Not all Mag-Gly is created equal. Solaray's magnesium glycinate is fully chelated, never blended or buffered. That means it's actually designed for optimal absorption and gentle digestion. If you're ready to upgrade your muscle, bone, and relaxation support, choose a quality Mag-Gly that's perfectly chelated for ultimate absorption. Shop Solaray Magnesium Glycinate on Amazon or solaray.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
So, family, We want to do a little segment on the podcast called Y'all in the Family. Now, this is where we have fans come on and chat with us just to talk a little bit about what Family Matters means to them.
That's right. And I love this part. So our guest today is a man called Howard who lives in Atlanta. And you just ran into him at Whole Foods, right, T?
That is correct. Yeah, I was just grabbing some groceries, and he was working in the prepared food section. When he saw me, girl, his whole face lit up. And we had the best conversation. So I knew I wanted to bring him on the podcast. Oh, girl, he is so excited to meet you. Kind of ignored me. It hurt my feelings because I thought he was all about me. He was till he found out you.
That isn't true.
Then he was done with me.
Oh, well, I cannot wait to meet him, too. That is so cool.
Yeah.
We love meeting you guys. That is so awesome. Okay, so let's do it.
Yes.
Hey, Kellie. Oh, my God.
Hey, Howard.
Hi, Kellie. How are you?
I'm great. Telma has been talking about you nonstop since we started.
Welcome, Howard.
Welcome to the family, Howard.
You part of the family now.
Lord, I'm sitting up here with Laura, Winslow, Aunt Rachel. Oh, my goodness. This is crazy.
I love this.
Ooh, my mother, if she was alive today, she would be so proud. She would be shocked.
I'm so glad you could be with us today. You've talked to our crack team. You know they had to find you, Howard, because I'd given them the wrong name. First of all, I was telling them the story, and JD looked at me and said, "And did you get his phone number?" And I was like, see what had happened was. But thank goodness, because we have a crack research team, and they not only found your boss, got you. I'm just so pleased that you could be with us. Why don't you, first of all, tell us a little bit about yourself, and then, if you don't mind, talking about what Family Matters meant to you or how it affected your life or your growing up or whatever. Because I know you was just a tiny baby when we started watching, right?
Yeah. But, okay, let me go a little bit into my story.
Okay.
All right, I'm an only child. My mother was number 14 out of 15 kids.
Wow.
She had me when she was 18, so pretty much she ended up being addicted to drugs or whatever. The family dynamics was weird, but one thing my mom always did was she used to always sit me down, and we used to always look at Give Me a Break together.
Shut up.
So it's deeper than Family Matters. I love it.
Oh, my gosh. You didn't tell me that.
Yeah, we used to look at Give Me a Break together.
Wow.
And I don't really want to be telling all my business on here, but they say every gay guy always have a female that he holds on to. I held on to Addie.
Oh.
All right.
You're going to make me cry. I got to get me some tissue.
I became conscious of what I was watching probably about maybe 5 or 6. So by that time, Give Me a Break was in syndication. And I remember me being upset because I remember the Nell going back and forth to New York, but I didn't know the show was ending. So when it ended, I felt a void. But then Family Matters, Aunt Rachel, and I was like, oh, that's Addie.
That is so cool.
I love that.
Wow.
Yes.
That is so sweet.
So then when Family Matters came out, it was good because Family Matters, in my opinion, gave me the realest Black family.
Thank you.
If that makes sense.
Thank you.
Not to take away from the other popular Black family, which we all love, but Family Matters had something. I don't know what it was that I knew Laura. I knew Eddie. Hell, I even knew Steve. Like, I knew those Carrie, Carl. I knew those people.
Yeah.
So it just seems like it all comes full circle.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you don't even know that that's like the biggest compliment that you could ever give to an actor, that they project characters that are extraordinarily ordinary so that you should know these people in your life, that they would mirror people that you actually know or want to be around or are in family with. So that's super cool. I love that.
I was going to finish and say, as far as you, Miss Williams, you know, I've watched you on Family Matters, you know, and especially out of anybody, you were me, if I can make sense. I could put myself in a lot of Laura's situations, how she treated Steve. I could kind of relate to that. And the thing of it is, in fan theory, I want to say she had anxiety. Laura Winslow had anxiety. And what's funny is, even though they're two separate characters, I can see how Laura translated into Tuesday.
Oh, no.
What?
Yes, So when we went to go, we saw mine. I could see where a lot of Laura's frustrations, even though they're two different characters, I could see where a lot of Laura's frustrations
would lead her to be in Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday. I'm gonna snatch that. Did you from Baltimore too? Oh
right. Yeah. Okay, you better ask somebody. She's a hood. Yeah, she a hood.
See, you didn't take us on a ride.
Yeah,
about taking her for a ride.
Yeah. You know what's so great about this, too? It just reminds me of a tour that I did when we were doing Family Matters, and we were doing a lot of news shows and stuff like that. And people were telling me, I invite you into my home more often than I do my relatives because I want you there every week. And, really straight, white, stodgy news type guys were talking about how they have to be home by 8 o'clock because it's become a whole thing, with the family that they make the effort to get from the newsroom to home. So what Howard is giving us is a little piece of that. And Howard, I got to tell you, you brought a tear to my eye for sure. You didn't tell me about the whole Addie connection.
I told you that. I was like, yes.
Wow.
And the thing about it is, though, as a child, I connected to Addie. I don't know why I connected to Addie.
Well, I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. I'm so thankful that you came on and shared your story with us. And
now you've been adopted into the family.
Thank you. Y'all just don't know how all this comes full circle for me.
Thank you so much for being a part of the family. We adore you.
You're part of the family. Now we may have to call you again because we got your phone number.
Make sure you do.
Okay.
Make sure you do. I'm here. Thank you, Ms. Hopkins. Y'all have made my oh my God.
You made ours too, Howard, believe me. This just makes my heart happy.
I'm never going to forget this. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. It was so cool talking to Howard.
Yeah, it was. And we're definitely going to have to do more of y'all and the family on the show because that was so much fun. So if you have something to share with us, check out our website. We have a link there where you can leave a voicemail. We might just give you a call back.
I know that's right. Or you could just run into Thelma at Whole Foods. Like old Howie there.
Yep. That's it for this week, but stay tuned.
Yeah, we're going to rewatch each episode of Family Matters week by week, so make sure to rewatch the show right along with us. You can catch it on Hulu and TBS and a bunch of other places.
Welcome to the Family with Thelma and Kellie is a production of iHeart Podcasts and Audiation. It's hosted by me, Thelma Hopkins.
And me, Kellie Williams.
Our executive producers are Sandy Smallins for Audiation, Adam Ripp, J.D. Hopkins, who also happens to be my son and Kellie's faux bro, and Jonathan Strickland for iHeart Podcasts.
The show is produced by Thelma and I, but our series producer is Ireland Meacham, and our theme song's lyrics were written by J.D. Hopkins and Adam Ripp. The theme song was scored and mixed by Matt Noble, who's also our series mixer.
And we'd like to thank Nikki Etour and the entire iHeart Podcast team. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Follow us on Instagram at Welcome to the Family Pod for behind-the-scenes photos and more bonus content.
And don't forget to leave us a voicemail at our website, thefamilymatterspod.com. We want to hear your thoughts and favorite memories of the show. And let us know if you need advice, because we're good for some bad advice. We might be able to help you with your own family matters.
And make sure to rate and review us wherever you're listening. We are so excited to have you guys along for the ride.
Yes, welcome to the family, y'all. And we'll see you next time.
Welcome to the family.
Audiation.
Hey guys, it's Erin Andrews. Everything these days is fighting for your attention. We've got work, family, social media, making it tough to figure out what to prioritize. I got something that should always be at the very top of the list: your breast health. In fact, if you're 40 and over, you should be getting screened once a year. And if you're under 40, it's never too soon to visit yourattentionplease.com to learn about breast cancer risk. Come on now. Pay the girls some attention and take the time to find out your breast cancer risk at yourattentionplease.com. Trust me, your future self will thank you.
You know that feeling when a story just grabs you and won't let go? That's the kind of drama that's waiting for you on Disney Plus Hulu. Mysterious post-apocalyptic thrillers like the acclaimed Hulu original, Paradise. Action-adventure dramas like Daredevil Born Again. And iconic medical dramas like Grey's Anatomy. Or maybe you want your drama with a side of comic relief with shows like High Potential. Find the drama you want on Disney Plus and Hulu with a bundle subscription. Terms apply.
Owning a home is full of surprises. Some wonderful, some not so much. And when something breaks, it can feel like the whole day unravels. That's why HomeServe exists. For as little as $4.99 a month, you'll always have someone to call. A trusted professional ready to help, bringing peace of mind to 4.5 million homeowners nationwide. For plans starting at just $4.99 a month, go to homeserve.com. That's homeserve.com. Not available everywhere. Most plans range between $4.99 to $11.99 a month your first year. Terms apply on covered repairs.
By the time I hit my 50s, I'd learned a few things, like how family is precious. Work can always wait. And 99% of people over 50 already have the virus that causes shingles. Not everyone at risk will develop it, but I did. The painful, blistering rash disrupted my life for weeks. Don't learn about your shingles risk the hard way. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist today. Sponsored by GSK.
This is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed Human.